Everybody, welcome back to another stream, and let me open up my project first so that we will know the progress. Okay, let make a run. Would probably get this. This is where we are from past five to about past five streams, but decent progress actually. Like we spent most of our time yesterday cleaning this thing up. Uh, Cleaning this thing up, and yeah, like probably we have done a better job right now. I mean, I can understand some of the parts, but yeah, like today we'll work on textures. I'll let me just pull up that part. Yeah, so wait, I did not go till there. Like, okay, textures will be a part, and in shaders, like I kind of left it out here. Should probably move this to a new file and start reading them. Yeah, okay. Um, oh, you're not supposed to see that. Okay, I'll edit it out in my YouTube video at least. You're not supposed to see that. You're not supposed to see that. I'm not supposed to say that. Okay. Let's just see the problem statement here. What we are trying to do right now is like move this thing from here to shader files that I already have, and this is my shader.sh, and I'm really not satisfied with the way I'm handling flash shaders. So wait, so wait. And what do I get out of it? Hmm? Okay. Utility function for checking shader compilation and link. Okay. And okay, my bad. Okay, I'm doing it here. Okay, what am I doing? Like here, PL shader source. Okay, delete shaders. So this would avoid my entire shading part. I might not be a good attention payer in this case because these things that I'm playing. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. Probably should see C plus plus use functions from other files. Yeah, I just read about it somewhere. Yeah, this is my example which I want to follow right now. So, you can create a file called header, and I should declare my function there. And in this case, this is my header. Like, I'll just add in another one. Uh, where is this? Hip shaders. Uh, Include P. I can create one more saying that test.h. Okay, and what will test.h contain? This one. Okay. Uh, Come on. Okay. And should probably create one more file called player.cpp. Test.cpp. Mm, Okay, expected. Oh, bad. Oh, test dot as. Now, how do I use it in my? Mm-hmm. Not such a good product, but works a small product, but it's a function in your mains. Players must be in current directory or relative path to it. Okay, if I go to my main, um, include dot test dot h, and I can go to my while loop and call in player spirit function for no reason. Okay, make a clean, make a run. It should probably. I'm figuring it out. Okay, wait. Uh, yeah, probably should linker errors. Hmm, not make file. Fun. Add libraries. I'm GUI, and where is my? I'm not including it in any way. Should be. Okay. Small addition to user answer on how to run the program. C++. In compile come include other source file, not only the main. This should never include a source file. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Link libraries, tools, and class. Can just do. Mm-hmm. I am GUI and glad. Uh, test as. How do I add a header? I want dot h. Mm-hmm. The hell? That's weird. Yep. And C++ is a clutter mess when it comes to file handling. Probably include header files. Okay. Component bunch. Tools bunch of H files. Tools and vectors and main.cpp. Okay, I want. Okay. I assume that you are building an executable because of main.cpp that you are c.x resides inside the engine directory. Then the settings include path should be as engine.pivot include target. It should be. It should not specifically need to because header.ssh is accessible. Yeah, it does. It's header.h on the stride code. Uh, this is weird. Take this out. Mm. Okay, wait. The problem. Build. Wait. Where is the error? Okay. Make error. Mm-hmm. I made a clutter mess out here. Like I should take some time to figure out what's happening in each place, and probably. Okay. Wait. When I build it, do I have lib shader? Okay. I am GUI. Okay. Turns out it's a bit more complicated than I knew. But I'll probably spend some time on cleaning up my CMake and getting a process onto it because it would be painful once I fatten this thing up a bit more. Okay, that is weird. The bitrate is excellent today. Nah, we are crying. It refresh it to check if my stream is actually healthy. I don't think it's healthy. Yeah. Mhm. Mm, I'll just tell and like any of this chat GPT or any of this AIs to figure this out for me. Because I really hate handling build files. Um, and yeah. Mhm. Okay. Is it that? Okay, wait. Is this the problem? No. Where is glad.h in this context? Glad.c is available. Now I'm moving out of my project to fix this. Fuck. Not a good way. Let's figure this part out. Man, it's a pain in the ass right now. So okay. If I go to my main and just comment this part out. Mm, and make should build without an error. Yep. Okay. Let's just see. It doesn't exit on time. That's a problem too. Let's see. Where does this problem say? What if I want to add a file in a where am I? Okay. Uh, Type one in the chat if any of you feel managing files in C++ is really a sad job. I mean, Windows can make it a bit easy, but I'm not on Windows, so kudos for that. Mm-hmm. Mm, called this dot h with test dot cpp. You want to only type its header into inside the include folder. Okay, test dot h should add an executable. Okay. Oh, I probably have to move this now. Move this into okay, and I go to my CMake. I need to add in an executable. Hmm. Okay, I should just dot cpp. CMake. Hmm. Okay. Surprisingly, it did not cause any error. I go to my main. Hash include test.h, and if I go to my while loop, play a spirit. Come on, man. If I make okay, let's just go and remove the build file once and mm, cd build remake dot make. Please don't cause any problems for me. I hope this thing works good. Yep. Finally found some answer. Like I need it to break it down further for me. You know what I mean? Uh mm, just do this. Mm-hmm. Okay. The I mean, should find a better app to play music right now. Let it go. Let it go. End up in a better place, hopefully. Let's just see. Mm, Suppose only your app code okay, include for your headers, external for third-party dependencies, like for precompiled binaries for assets, screen separation and code and dependencies. Yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm. External private libraries compile copy during build. Includes are sorted out, I guess. Includes are sorted out. Where should I keep my test products and includes? I should probably move glad somewhere else. External. I mean, I'm GUI is also an external dependency. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Like glad should be here. I include. It's fine. Okay. I should just probably move my thing to source. Lib will have shaders. So So what will this result in? Where is my source included in this thing? So we this mm, mm, nah. Mm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right now I can. In fact, with this a bit, I can just create a director called as C and move it to C slash main.cpp C. Okay. And when I do this, I should just change my CMake a bit. CMake pick. Um, build KDIR build cd build make dot dot. It will cause a problem. Come on, I would kill for some organizing capability inside this project. Too many advertisements for us. Hmm. Let's see. What broke exactly? Uh. Okay. Include gcc glad.c main. Mm, mm-hmm. Okay, where is glad.c? Up now. Make. This is just my OCD playing with me. Mm-hmm. Uh, okay, wait. Include dot imgui dot imgui dot h. Mm, why is it difficult to find that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Main.cpp. Acha. Mm, okay. I'm GUI source is fine, but my okay. Mm-hmm. But the include is in your main then slightly. Okay. Okay, where is my include. Change this to. I don't know. Hmm. Glad.c not found. Okay. Glad.c if it's here. What is the problem? Ooh, how hairy are you? Just give me a minute. My signal fucked. People able to watch me right now. Cause like all I see here is just stuff to learn. Channel. Uh, oof. Oh my bad. And C plus this bloody tools, build tools, like not build tools. It's this AI tools will always get me into trouble for no specific reason. Oh, I'm losing few frames here and there. Well, that's not a great sign. Mm-hmm. People can folks can see my latest follow. That's cool. But yeah, that's the problem. Like my bitrate is like somewhere really low. And just a minute, just a minute. I need to check this. Okay, like, am I going screwy here? Am I being painfully not audible? Cause like all I find is like I mean I see my bitrate is like oh it got back up. Fucking internet, dude. Technology, technology. Mm, fine, hopefully. Mm, yep. Mm-hmm. I've taken a decision, so let's just try to stick to it. Like move this into this place. Where was my last? Okay, let's just say what do I do? Mm. What is it? Okay, all I can do is check. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's just move to textures first. Not textures. I have main.cpp, test.cpp here, and if I go to my includes, which is pretty clusterly fucked. I don't know why this exists. Okay, window debugger default. Is there any way I can hide it? Hmm. I'm GUI and okay. Proper app would either not change the current either simply change it. Persist UI state. Primary purpose is to remember the position and size of the UI window there. Oh my bad. Ah, I don't know, man. Mhm. Mhm. Learn OpenGL. So let's just try to figure this one part out where, you know, um, come on. Where was I? Getting started between shaders. Uh, I mean, the article kind of helped or saw a way for textures to be rendered from file directly. So if there is a possibility of that, I want to do it once. Our own shader class. Set up a pool. Adjust vertex and triangle is upside down. Okay. Specifically a horizontal. Okay, wait. Vertex shader is like, location 0 and 1. Out our three colors. Hmm. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. I don't want this to be in this manner, at least. And what I want is completely different. I can just say wide shader. Fuck this. Unused. Why? Okay. Mm, yeah, there are what? How many functions here? Mm, compilation checker is a private function, but on call, this. Okay, this is the constructor for it, and constructor will do the deed instead of me calling something. To just expect few things from here and could do that, but better way of dealing this shit is like go with the functional way a bit. I don't know, I'm not the expert in it, but like feel that that would be way better than me not understanding shit about this. If I go to my test.header, I'll just write dot h. Yeah, that's my file name. H.header, whatever. Where's my test.header? Okay. Just a placeholder for now. Okay. Uh, Come on, don't be a weak type. Okay, okay. Now let's just go here and get all the dependencies. Let's get all the dependencies to here. Hmm, glad.h probably to get glad.h. I should go one directory up and get glad.h. Mm, include. Okay, so that's fine. I just need to write function names that I'm gonna use here. Boom, boom. This is one function that I'll use. Okay. Hmm. I'll just write. Yeah. Shader init is my function, and if I go here and I say copy this function, I should probably create a replica of this test.cpp with this data. Yeah. Okay. Mm, okay. Yeah. What do you mean invalid? Mm. 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 Okay, wait. Oh, uncleared compilation checker. Hmm. Okay. Check compilation. Oh. Hmm. Okay. This shouldn't cause an error, no? Bye. What do you mean no? No. Okay, that is weird. Oh, probably. Okay, that's not something I expected. Mm-hmm. What seems to be the problem? I mean, hey, sir, bro. Welcome back. Just like I said yesterday, I started early today. Thanks for the follow. Love and appreciate it. Hey, sup, buddy, sup. And yeah, I'm just taking up on the cleaning work again, Rob. Like I'm like I'm a bit more frustrated today regarding this task, but hopefully it will work out. Like C++ is painful. Like I want to write it for some reason. Like I'm excited to write C++ now. Okay, no fucking problem. I mean, how do I ban this guy? Pretty bad. I would say. Like if you check, uh, let me see. Let's just see. Let's just see. No, why not? Here's where I'm stuck at, and today I was supposed to read about textures and try to render something on here, but so far, uh, I'm trying to arrange my code in such a way that it can be a little bit more modular, if you know what I mean, like little bit more convenient for me to add on files. And C++ never makes it easy. Yeah, I'm using C++ in Linux, but by that, it's painful. In Windows might make it easy, but eh, thanks, man, thanks. Like anything fun to do today, Rob? Mm-hmm. Rob went out or like is he busy? Okay, let's just deal with this shit for now. So by calling shader in it, I should entirely mitigate the problem of having this. I mean, you can say like as professionally, it's been 3 years, but on side, like I started during my college time. I was pretty dumb back then. I could only like deal with DS algo stuff like data structures and algorithm for a long time in C++. So not so long, 5 years, 5 6 years. But if you see my code, you know that I'm amateur by nature. Thank you, mate. But let's see. Yeah, probably. Wait. I can just pull in as glue. Shader.h, and instead of all this hangama which I have of creating shaders, quite frankly, I mean I can't be that consistent because it's painstakingly heavy on my day job. So wait, like I do it whenever I have time. So and you seem to be a pretty good guy dealing with Twitch. Uh, yeah, I'll follow you. Thanks for the heads up, mate. Like I'll try to do better. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My Twitch profile is a rabbit having a carrot. I don't know how entertaining I can make it more than. Yeah, drop it in my Discord. Fuck. Discord. Can I log in from here? Like, wait. Let me check. Discord. Rob, help me out. I don't have my own Discord link, so okay. Login. Really, I should get used to this. Ah, I'll reveal my password. Okay. Yes, I am a human for fuck's sake. Yes. Wow. Okay, I find it really tough to log into my Discord, but if Rob's here, like he should probably have my Discord down. Come on, man. Yeah, like a white meat Rob. He's my regular friend in stream. Like like he's a bit better programmer than me, but I don't know how he deals with me on day basis. All my crazy ass questions are answered by him. So my Twitch, my Discord, anything you want to just call Rob. Rob can get anything for you. Yeah, yeah. Rob's the man actually. I just speak on his behalf because like most of my solutions are his solutions. Yeah, he's pretty smart, dude. Like I mean, I could have just taken this. No, let it be more modular for now. If I can, I just comment this part out. I mean, come on, Vim. Mm, Header in it. Mm, Undeclared identifier. Why? Header in it. Is it really difficult to find? I'm supposed to pass in vertex path and fragment path. Okay. There you go. That's my Discord. Love you, mate. Oh. Yeah, I'm supposed to send in file paths. Yeah, that's the core motive behind getting shaders on there. But okay. Uh, um, what am I supposed to pass in? Undeclared identifier. Already declared. What's making it not available? Cheers, mate. You know what? Check it. For now, let's just uh, keep this thing on. I'll take this task async because I am being a bit more conscious right now. And let me go back and say make clean, make a run. Run will get my tab up. This ensures that I'm not making any mistakes. And yeah, so far down the line, I'll just git status, git add in everything. I'll clean it up later. Git commit. Yeah. How bad? Okay, commit them. Nothing good out of this, but make sure to clean it up later. Uh, okay. Now my typing suddenly got really accurate. That's weird. Never happens. Never. So it's time for me to turn my music down to zero. I'm really concentrating right now. This is me being serious for a bit, and my frames dropping. Fuck my frame rate. But yeah, let's just go and read about textures a bit. Like I'm pretty sure like I'll get stuck at some point, and you guys are gonna help me out. Do I look smart? For fuck's sake, no. You think you're watching a smart guy stream? You're extremely wrong because I'm such a bad programmer in C++ when it comes to handling files like that. Especially, I can read it a bit, but I don't think I'm the guy to go for in terms of C++ problems. But I took it on as a challenge for myself. So hopefully I'll brick wall myself today. You know what I mean? Brick wall. Okay. We'll learn that to add more details to our objects, we can use colors for each vertex to create some interesting images. However, to get a fair bit of realism, we have to have many vertices, so we could specify a lot of colors. This takes up a considerable amount of overhead since each model needs a lot more vertices for each vertex, a color attribute as well. What artists and programmers generally prefer is usually a texture. Awesome. A texture is a 2D image. Even 1D and 3D texture exists, used to add details in an object. I think a texture as a piece of paper with a nice brick image. Think of a paper. Why so bad? Uh, that's the fun part, buddy. Like, uh, okay. Yeah, I'll just save your. How do I do that? Note. I'll just keep a note of it. I'll add you in, and yeah, post the stream. I'll take that thing because I mean I can get distracted by work so easily. I swear to God, people literally have to drag me down to make me work. That's how distractive I am. I mean, distracted I be. So yeah, you guys deal with it. I deal with this shit. Okay. Think of this structure as people on it neatly fold over 3D house so it looks like your house has a stone exterior because we can insert a lot of detail in a single image. We can give the illusion that the object is extremely detailed without having to specify extra vertices. Okay, I'm just placing a paper over my 3D, sorry, I mean rendered object, rendered triangle. That's what I'm trying to make. Next to the image texture, you can also be used to store a large collection of arbitrary data to send to the shader, but we'll leave that for the different topic. Below, you'll see a texture image of Brickwell mapping. Yes. Save image as. Okay. in document, go to GitHub Rocky, and probably utils. I'll create. I'll just save it here. I'll move it later. I can just go. Pup, pup, pup. Do I have? I have brick.jpg. I can just create a file util or util. Come on, I just made a file, not a folder. Okay. Uh, okay. Util, and move this thing there. Mm, awesome. All these directories seems to be like look really fun to start with, but they get extremely painful as I go on a bit more. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? In order to map texture to the triangle, we need to tell each vertex of the triangle which part of the texture it corresponds to. Each vertex should thus have a texture coordinate associated with them that specified what part of the texture image to sample from. Fragment interpolation doesn't. Okay, fragment interpolation then does the rest of the other fragments. Texture coordinates range from 0 to 1 and in the xy axis. Ooh. Okay. In the xy axis, remember that we use 2D texture images. Retrieving the texture colors using texture coordinates is called sampling. Texture coordinates start at 0, 0 from lower left corner of the texture image to 1, 1 from the upper right corner of the texture image. The following images show us we map texture coordinates to the triangles. Hey, by the way, White, if you can get me a better profile picture for this, better make it little bit good so that I can use it for other stuff too, in YouTube specifically. You see, I have unusually weird bit rate. Okay, texture coordinates range from 1 to 0. Okay, we specify three texture coordinates from the for the triangle we want to bottom left side of the triangle to correspond with the bottom left side of the texture. So we use 0, 0 texture coordinates from the triangle's bottom left vertex. Okay, same samples from the bottom right. Okay. We only have to pass three texture coordinates to the vertex shader, which then passes those to the fragment shader. Then neatly. Okay, three texture coordinates to vertex shader, and from vertex shader I pass it to those to fragment. Then neatly interpolate all the texture coordinates for each fragment. Okay, the result texture coordinates would look like. Okay. OpenGL sample has a loose interpretation and can be done in many different ways. It is thus our job to tell OpenGL how it should sample its texture wrapping. Texture wrapping usually ranges from 0 to 0, 0, 0 coordinate to 1, 1 coordinate. But what happens if we specify coordinates outside this? The default behavior of OpenGL is to repeat the texture image. So we basically ignore the integer part of the floating point texture coordinate, but then are more options OpenGL options. Okay, GL repeat, GL mirror. I kind of read about this part. Each of the options have a different visual output when using texture coordinates outside the default range. Let's see what this looks like as a sample texture image. Pep, pep. Pops, should we, you know, I've been thinking about this for a while. We should probably make a Pomodoro timer so that I can, like, keep my concentrated sessions a bit, and every 40 minutes we can have a 10 minutes chat section where I can look at the chat, so that you folks are happy, I happy. What do you say, man? Like, Rob's opinion matters. Each of the affirmation option can be set per coordinate axis. Okay, if you're using 3D texture equivalent, okay, with GL text parameter function, okay. GL text parameter 2D, GL text wrap, mirror, repeat. I can add in parameter I. The first argument specifies that GL target. We are working with 2D texture, so the target texture is GL texture 2D. The second argument requires us to tell what option we want to set and for which texture axis we want to coordinate it for both S and T axis. The last argument requires us to pass the texture wrapping model we'd like, and this OpenGL will set a texture wrapping option on the current active textures with the GL mirrored repeat. Clamp to the border option, we should also specify a border color. This is done using FB equivalent of GL text parameter function with GL texture border color as it options where pass in float array of border value color. Okay, border value color like four four spectrum elements GL text parameter FB and in 2D. Okay. Oh, depending on what I right, like if I choose GL clamp to border, like then I have to give border color. Texture filtering. Texture coordinates does not depend on resolution but can be okay. Coordinate does not depend on resolution but can be any floating point values. Thus, OpenGL has to figure out which texture pixel, also known as a texel, to map the textual coordinate to this. This becomes especially important if you have a very large object and a low resolution texture. You probably guess by now that OpenGL has option to texture filtering as well. There are several options available for this, but for now we'll discuss the most important option, GL nearest and GL linear. GL nearest, also known as nearest neighbor or point filtering, is the default texture filter method of OpenGL. Oh man, okay. I mean, yeah, I should probably do this more, man. I keep forgetting this, man. Rob sir, go bananas badge. Yeah, how do you get these badges? Like I don't have any badges. Like if I'm like wait, this is a test text. Test message. Okay, how do I see my badges? Destiny to final shape ride race. I earned this badge by watching Destiny to the final. Okay. Oh, I have one badge. Okay, shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm just messing around. Okay. Oh, yeah. I thought you have to do some specific thing to be getting all those things. But like Prime Gaming, Twitch recap, bananas, and cake, and wiki. To I mean, someday we'll do this one, man. Like if I if I if I go on to be a good streamer, I would kind of try to. Okay, I did not know, but okay. But like someday, if I turn out to be a good streamer, at least like decent guy, I'll kind of force you to get onto a stream so that we can have a conversation, verbal conversation. I like speaking to people, like-minded people, so that's something which you might have to face at some point of our journey. But that's up for the long grabs. What will I get from 21 followers? Like at 100, I can force, I guess. 100 or 1k if I may, like I'm if that's a dream, but 1k, yeah, after a k I would like to force you to have a verbal conversation, like we'll do a stream together or like be on a Discord call or something like that. We'll do that. Cool. Yeah. So nearest, okay, is the default texture field method. When set to nearest, OpenGL selects the texels that center is close to the texture coordinate. Below you can see 4 pixels where the cross represent the exact texture coordinate. The upper left texture as its closest to the, okay, then therefore chooses it as the sample color. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I no noted, boy. Noted, noted. You know what? Let's just take some time. Install Discord. I'll just add you in. I mean, open in your browser. Enter display name. Okay. Oh, wait, wait. Um, yeah. This is my bloody account. Bunny Pirates. Already have. Continue. Continue. Okay. Wait. Please click on the object that is different. Fuck. Man, Discord has this weird challenges. Fuck Discord. That is different. I different. Where different? This is different. That is different. Object that is different. Okay. Try get me to log in, sir. I mean, or sign in with a passkey. Can I do that? Log in with QR code. Scan this in mobile app to log in instantly. No, I can't do that. But okay, I'm recovering my password. So like, you guys should have some patience in this case right now. Fuck. Man, bloody hell of a mess, mate. Okay. I go to my mail. I should probably get a reset password right now. Uh, what the hell? Like, did my broadband? Thank you for continuous. Okay. We understand we may face internet service or interruptions of a few days. Okay. We are pleased to inform you that network has recently been upgraded to provide enhanced stability. Okay. Thank you for patience and understanding. We will continue to work. Okay. Hathaway has a fucked up pasting. Okay. I mean, Hathaway is my service provider. If you want to know, like, that's my password. Agree. Awesome. Team dark, 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 yonk, donk, donk. Oh, this is good. Oh, finally we got a Discord on. Where? Where's my thing? Where should I go? I keep. I'm the owner, dude. Oh fuck, man. Okay, just give me a minute. Opening it up. Accept. Open link. Cancel. Continue to Discord. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The owner's back, bitch. I mean, aren't close. Aren't you added onto the thing? Let me check. For me, I don't have anything. Oh yeah. Robbie just added this in. Charlie Pirates. How do I send an invite now? Pa. Show member list. Uh, how do we invite someone? How do I invite someone? Okay. Show member list. Add member ma. Shop edit profile. No. How do I? Man, it's been so long that I keep forgetting about this. How do I do it? Create server, invite folks. Okay. Said this link never expires. So wait. Now can you? Yeah, got that. Oh, yeah. Nus. Signus. Right click on the server icon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like UST, write it down for me. What does UST mean, sir? Like a really uneducated guy. UST doesn't understand. UST in a chat. Unresolved sexual tension. Just write it down. I'll add you. Can't you just access the above link? Is there a problem with that? Like clicking on it, is it resulting in some GG? And how do I add direct message? And I can just add friend. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Can just do this. Send a friend request. Yes, I'm a human for fuck's sake. Oh shit. Find the oddball. Find the oddball. I kind of like this one right now. After doing it for a couple of times. Did I? Pending. Aren't you too hot to be in my stream? Uh, hello. But like, how do I ping you in? Like, add you into this one? How do I invite? Like, invite. Yeah, invite. Now I can. Now you can join the conversation. Awesome. If you have a proper profile pic for me, it would do great because I'm by myself a technology. Yeah. If you know, you know, baby. No, you're a female. I can't call you baby. Like, it'll piss my folks out. No worries. Okay. Now let's see. That took some of my time out. So, okay. So GL linear, also known as bilinear filtering, takes an interpolated value from the texture coordinate neighbor textile approximating a color between the textiles. The smaller the distance from the texture coordinates to a textile center, the more the textile coordinates contribute to the sampled code. Below we can see that a mixed color of neighboring pixels is returned. Okay, what is the visual effect of such texture filtering method? Let's see how this works when using a texture with low resolution on a large object. Texture is therefore scaled upwards and individual texels are noticeable. Okay. Okay, Rob, ever been with this kind of problem in Vulkan API? I don't know, man. Like I'm such I'm in such a jolly mood today for no reason. Yeah, like which one do you like more, like GL nearest neighbor algorithm or linear? I mean, all I say, like, there's a chance of greater amount of detail in nearest, but linear seems to be a good place to cover up your mistakes or low resolution by, you know, constraining a pixel a bit. Uh-huh. Okay. GL nearest result is block pattern where we can clearly see the pixel from the texture, while GL linear produces a smoother pattern where the individual pixels are less visible. GL linear produces a more realistic output, but some developers prefer a more 8-bit look than result. Pick the as result pick the GL nearest option. I mean, it depends on the case. Linear looks horrible for pixel textures like Minecraft. Otherwise, should use linear. Huh. I mean, I get your point. You're not wrong though. Depends on what I'm trying to build. Would be a get up. What's with my DM? I'm reading something. Please. Do I get a new DP after this? Okay. Awesome collection of art. You own your own company. That's pretty cool, mate. Turning your visions into a design masterpiece. So I can use any of these things for my DP. Bloody hell. Like, you're really good at Blender stuff, if I'm not wrong. Awesome. Twitch emotes. Pretty fun, I would say. Huh? Okay. Wait, did you build this by any chance? Did you build this by any chance? Like, I'm really excited on the website more. We design streams. Like, you work here, or like, is it like, is it owned by you? I mean, na 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 portfolio, pricing, pricing for a broke streamer. Pricing doesn't sound good, mate. I mean, I'm not a broke streamer, but like I'm technically not overly invested here too. You know what I mean? Like, concept art, custom design, branding, character creation, illustrations, banner overlays, emotes and sub batch, animations, video editing, thumbnails, YouTube. Sorry, VTuber models. Okay, design, create, correct. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Like, I'll give it a look. Love your work. Thank you. I never actually made friends in Discord other than the folks in my stream. So awesome. Pleasure is mine. Okay, let's just get back to work. Please, 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 please. Calm down, ladies. Okay, texture filters can be set to magnify operation. So you could, for example, use nearest neighboring filters when textures are scaled upwards, and linear filtering for. Uh, okay. We thus have to specify the filtering method for both options via GL text params. The code should look something similar to setting up the wrap method. Okay. I mean, I'll create a texture buffer and then deal with all this nonsense if I'm not wrong. That's how it works. Probably. Imagine we had a large room with thousands of objects. With each an attack texture, there will be an object far away from the same high resolution texture attached as the object close to the views. Since the objects are far away and probably only produce few fragments. OpenGL has difficulties retrieving the right color value for its fragment from the highest resolution texture. Since it has to pick a texture color from the fragment that spans a large part of the texture, this will produce visible artifacts on small objects, not to mention the waste of memory bandwidth using high resolution texture on small objects. To solve this issue, OpenGL uses a concept called MIPMaps, that is basically a collection of texture images where each subsequent texture is twice as small as compared to the previous one. The idea behind MIPMap should be easy to understand. After a certain distance threshold from the OpenGL will use a different MIPMap texture that is better suited for the distance to the object. Because the object is far away, the smaller the resolution will not be noticeable to the user. GL is then able to sample the correct textures, and there less the cache memory involved when sampling the part of the MIPMap. Let's take a closer look at what MIPMap texture looks like. Okay, let's just take a look at what MIPMap text looks like. Yo, Kyo. Sure. And yeah, pretty interesting stream today, mate. Yeah. Creating a collection of MIPMap texture for each texture image conversion to do manually, but luckily OpenGL is able to do all the work for us with a single call to GL generate MIPMap after we created a texture. Okay. When switching between MIPMap levels during rendering OpenGL. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Filter for the switch between. Okay, man. Like I'm kind of distracted here. Just give me a minute. I'll sort this thing out. Okay. No, 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 no. My bad. My bad. Come on, dude. Like, be decent. Yeah. No. Oh, my bad. Ah, damn. Oh, damn. That's an upsell. Chalo, chalo, chalo. Let's work on this for a bit. And oi, I'll check my messages after the stream. So peace. Take the nearest map map. Okay, when switching between map map levels during the rendering may show some artifacts like sharp edges visible between two map map layers, just like normal texture filtering. It's also possible to filter between the map levels using the nearest and linear filter for switching between map level. To specify the filtering method between map level, we can replace the original filtering method with one of the following four options. The GL nearest map takes the nearest map to match the pixel size and user nearest the neighbor. Okay, nearest map. Okay, linear map again, and GL nearest map linear to interpret between two maps that are most closely matched to the size of the pixel and sample interpolated level via nearest neighboring interpolation. Okay. GL linear map linear between the two closest map samples, the interpolated level via linear inter fucking polation. Okay. Just like texture filter, we can set the filtering method to one of the four aforementioned methods using text GL text parameter. Okay. Okay. A common mistake is to set out one of the map filtering options as a magnification filter. This doesn't have any effects since maps are primarily used for when textures get downscaled. Texture magnification doesn't use map. Giving it map filtering options will generate an OpenGL invalid enum error code. It's one of the map filtering options as magnification filter. This does not have any effect since maps are primarily used when the textures gets downscaled. Like okay, okay, wait. Okay, the first thing we need to do actually use the texture to load them into our application. Texture image can be stored in dozens of file format, each with their own structure and or order of data. So how do we get those images into our application? One solution would to choose a file format that uh, we'd like to use, say PNG. Write our own image loader to convert the image format into large array of bytes. While it's not very hard to write your own image loader, it's still cumbersome. And what if you want to support more file formats? Then you would have to write an image loader for each format you want to support. uh, a solution, probably good one probably a good one is to use uh, a image loading library that supports several popular formats and does all the hard work for us. A library like stb image.h is a very popular single header image loading library by Shinbird. This is able to load most of the popular file formats and is easy to integrate in our project. Can be downloaded from here, and simply downloading this header, add it into your project as a stub image.h and create an additional C++ file with the following code. Okay. Okay, this is going way out of hitter radius, sir. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Uh, okay, let's see. Hey, are any of our boys up other than Rob? Only I'm online. Fuck, mate. Yeah, I just replied your Discord message. It's fine. Yeah, by defining stub image implementation, the process modification the header file such that it only contains the relevant definition source code, effectively turning the header file into a .cpp file. That is now it's okay. Now simply include step.image somehow in your some in program and compile. For the following texture section, we are going to use an image of a wood container to load wood. Okay, load image using okay. Wow. That was painful. Mm, okay, with height, okay, unsigned data, stib loader container, okay, width and height. A reference, okay. The function first takes an input, the location of the image file, and it expects you to give three ins as its second, third, fourth argument, and then the image dot will fill the result image with height and number of colors channels. We need the image width and height for generating textures later on. Okay, generate texture like any of the previous objects in OpenGL. Textures are referred with an ID. Let's create one unsigned in texture. GL generate texture and bind it to texture. Yeah, we do that. Then GL texture function first takes an input and how many textures we want to generate and store them in an unsigned int array given as its second argument. In our case, just a single unsigned int, just like other objects we need to bind it. So any subsequent texture commands will configure the currently bound texture, bind texture 2D texture. Okay, now the texture is bound, we can start generating a texture using the previously loaded image data. Okay, textures are okay, am I the only one scrolling? Okay, yeah, that's fine. लोकां दा की कहंदा की कहंदा. Is my stream quality good, Rob? Like Rob would be a good person to ask on this point. Is the stream quality good? Because like I constantly see 330 kbps, somewhat kind of that. I just want to know if the frames are dropping here and there. Yeah, baby. Okay. Yeah, I expected the buffer a bit. Like it's wow. Oh, yeah, it did buffer for a bit. I mean, my network provider just dropped in an email saying that we are really sorry for the. You know the sad part. Okay, where's that message? Yeah. Here's the message that my network provider sent me saying that I have fixed everything. I mean, we'll read it. We'll read it. If the guy is being any bit more honest, dear valued customer, we at Hathaway have always been committed to provide an uninterrupted and enriched internet experience for you and your family. We understand that you may have faced intermittent service interruptions over the past few days, which I'm experiencing it right now in the stream. Okay, fuck you, huh? In past few days, and we are sincerely apologizing for the inconvenience caused to you. We are pleased to inform you that our network has recently been upgraded to provide you enhanced stability and improved performance. Thank you for your patience and understanding. We'll continue to work diligently to ensure we have you always enjoy reliable and seamless internet service. Imagine the hypocrisy. That's India for you, mate. He just claimed it's good right now and it's just so fucking laggy. Yeah, yeah. This will okay. Wait, now the texture is bound and we can now function with quite a large parameter. So we'll walk through them step by step. Okay, something's wrong with me. Water. I'm done with water too. uh, uh like will I mean I'm at the 2 hour mark right now, and like after some time, like I can stream for a couple of more hours. It's fine. Just let me know if the stream drops for a few more times. Like we'll just go for an hour or two. Okay. Now the image is bound. We can start generating a texture using the previously loaded image data. Textures are generated with the GL text image 2D. Okay. GL text image 2D. I'm using 2D GLRB with height 0 to GL unsigned byte and data. Okay, what's data in this case? I don't have data in this case. Okay, GL generate mipmap 2D. This is a large function with quite a few parameters. So we'll walk through them step by step. The first argument specifies that the texture target setting this to GL texture 2D means this operation will generate a texture on the currently bound texture on the currently bound texture object on the same target. So any texture bound to target GL texture 1D or 3D will not be affected. Okay. The second argument specifies that the mipmap level for which we want to create texture. So if we want to set each mipmap level manually, but we'll have to leave it at the base level, which is 0. The third argument tells OpenGL is in what kind of format we want to store the texture. Our image has only RGB values, so we'll store the texture with RGB values as well. Okay. The fourth and fifth argument sets the wide and width and height of the result texture. We store those earlier when loading the image, so we'll use the corresponding variables. The next argument should always be 0, some legacy stuff. Okay. Eighth argument specify that the format and data type of the source image will load the image with RGB values and store them as a character byte. So we'll pass in the corresponding values. The last argument in the is the actual image data. Okay, once the textual image 2D is called, the current bound texture object. You have to check this. Uh, man, come on. Okay. And the next argument should always be 0. Okay. 7. Some legacy stuff is like, I mean, I have read this thing so many times saying that some legacy stuff. It's always funny. Hey, let me look at my streams so that I know. Oh, 532. Okay, I'm seeing glitches. I mean, okay, my stream quality actually sucks. Okay, what's up? Like, yeah, it's freeze framing the fuck out of it, mate. You're seeing this? You are seeing this? Uh, I just jumped from one particular frame to other frame inside my stream. Like, man, this it's bad. Okay, wait. Mm, Okay. Let's just call it a day, man. Mate. Let's just call it a day. Like, I don't see it going up in any way. But like, I'll probably uh, I'll probably look at this part by myself, and what I'm seeing right now is like it's flipping up down everywhere, even on my PC. Okay, so yeah, I'll get that part done. I'll try to at least get. I'll try to get uh textures on. Or okay, I mean we can do it, but it's gonna be a laggy stream to deal with. So let's just call it a day. And my network provider guy, like I don't think I can stop ranting about that bitch anytime near. Bye. But like yeah, that's something which we have to deal with on day-to-day basis. Like until I change my network provider. So probably gonna shift out of this place after few days from now. So then we might have a pretty decent streaming setup at least. Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting for you to say bye so that I can end it. I'll wait. Cause like I see my laptop losing data and it's not able to load pages properly. That's how bad it is. Or can we pull it for half? Okay. Anyway, bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Miss you folks.